hot Zoomer about bodies, gender, identity, and expression.
What a nut. Nuts in this world. What? What's wrong? Alan doesn't feel we're lit well enough. That made a world of difference. We're turning into old. Ow. I was going to say old F word. See, now you're just going to be a reflection in your glasses the whole time.
Hello, Obble Cakes.
You got to get rid of the light.
Hello, Rosa Cesaris.
You got to get rid of the light, honey.
Hello, Yami Rushing.
I'm just talking to myself.
Sam I am. Hello, Susan from Tulsa. Good evening. Good evening.
Kara, Big Lola, Hector.
Big Lola?
That's what it says.
Where's
Big Lola.
Big Lola. Big Lola in the house. Hector Wasabi.
Still reflecting. Now it's reflecting the screen.
Hello, Kitten Tracks. Yeah, I'm just nothing unusual about me today. Hello, Kyra. Hello, Savanita. Hola, Sin. Hello, Julie's Overalls. Hello, Adri.
Who all's coming on November the 13th to Oat? Just
all right.
Out of all 22 of you who are
hello, Alexandra.
Watching.
Hello, Cindy.
Anybody?
Hello, Andrea.
Is anybody coming out of this group?
Andrea Dowling Gullidge. Yeah, I think so. I think a few are. Hello, Tony.
These aren't seeing glasses. These are blue blockers, so I still can't see.
Hello, Al Bear.
Was Mercury in retrograde? When? I haven't been keeping up. Yay, Andrew is COVID-free as of today.
Woohoo.
Chelsea wants to come. Hector's coming. Julie's coming. Anna Lou can't. It's her son's birthday. Yeah, that's why we're coming on early, D, because of the game. Oh, D, it started today? Damn. Oh, Sin is booking her flight. You're going to fly in?
Dime.
Sunday 10/10 is my birthday. Wait. Sunday 10/10 and my birthday is the 11th. Oh, okay. Wait. You're coming in on Sunday 10/10 or you're coming November 13th, Sin? I don't understand. Let me see about Mercury in retrograde real quick.
You know what, guys? We have a hard stop at 7:05 because your Dallas Cowboys are playing the Philadelphia Eagles from the city of Brotherly Shove at 7:15.
This is the final Mercury in retrograde for the year.
I don't believe in any of that. Hello, D.
You should. Libra season has arrived.
Hello,
My daughter's
Army
a Libra.
63B. Hello, Christy. All right, guys.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
October 18th, the day before Emma Kelly's birthday.
Super Bowl bound, Julie. Army 63B just told me to piss off. Hello, Wheezy. All right, guys. No comments on anything maybe a little different about tonight? You ready to get her done, babe?
Yeah.
Come on, we don't have all
I'm
night.
ready.
We got a hard stop here.
I'm just what did you do to my mic?
I haven't touched it since last week.
Look at it. I didn't do this.
Haven't touched it since last week, Evans.
Testing 1 2. You're not even looking. Oh, I'm testing. 1 2 1 2. Test me.
Do it again.
Testing 1 2. Testing. Ivana
Humpalot, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Ivana Humpalot, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Ivanta Humpalot. Thank you, Liz. Appreciate you. Hello, Christy Weiss. Our very best customers. Very best. Engaging customers. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Very retro. What do y'all think? Very 70s. Very 70s dad. Thank you, Rosa Caceres. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Welcome to another A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast, but we are treading very lightly, people. My name is Kellie Rasberry Evans. My husband and podcast co-host is Alan Evans.
Hey, Trey in the house.
And literally 30 seconds before we hit the record button for this podcast, one of our live studio audience members who watches us record the podcast on our YouTube channel for A Sandwich and Some Lovin' said, Kellie, what do you think about Mercury being in retrograde? I did not realize that Mercury is in its final retrograde for 2021, starting now, September 27th through October 18th. Thankfully, the day before my daughter's birthday, it'll be over. But we're in Libra season and we're in Mercury retrograde, Alan, the last one for the year. I know my husband doesn't believe in any of this, but I do.
I've been consistent on this point over the years. I believe this is a bunch of bull honk.
Listen, for the next few weeks until October 18th, like literally 3 weeks, everything that happens bad, I'm going to blame it on Mercury being in retrograde. And it's not my fault. After that, October 19th, it's all on me. But this is the time when you're not supposed to enter any big contracts. It's when communication goes haywire. Like, you might start getting these random text messages from people, or worse, your text messages don't go through or you're not receiving them. You know, that happens where somebody says, but I texted you and you didn't respond. I'm like, I never got a text message. And then a week later it pops up. This is the kind of stuff that's going to be happening, Alan.
My printer doesn't work worth a damn. You think that has to do with
Did
Mercury?
it start today?
No.
Mercury's in retrograde.
No.
It said,
I never have a printer that works.
and because literally I was informed of this 30 seconds before we started recording the podcast. I haven't had time to thoroughly research.
By our live studio audience.
Yeah. So really quickly, I looked this up very fast, and it said the signs that this Mercury retrograde, the last one of 2021, will affect the most include me, Aries.
Why?
It says because the retrograde is happening in cardinal Libra, the other cardinal signs across the other elements will feel this particular backward turn the most. That includes Aries, Cancer, Capricorn. So if you're with me, Aries, Cancer, and Capricorn, we're going to get it. It says Aries, you'll feel it in your 7th house of partnership. That means you and I are probably going to have issues. Cancer in your 4th house of home life. And Capricorn in your 10th house of career. I don't know what any of that means, but I'm just very nervous now.
Sounds like a bunch of new age mumbo jumbo.
I don't know. I know the moon affects the tides and, you know, certain things. And I remember when I was in the hospital, even though it's been many, many years ago, almost 15 years ago since I gave birth to Emma Kellie, my nurses told me when there is a full moon, suddenly the maternity ward is full. And they also say that, you know, like the mental health section of the hospital, they have a big influx of people because the planets pull on you, on your bodily fluids. It affects the tides. Why wouldn't it affect? And our bodies are how much? 70% water? Is that right?
I thought it was 2/3.
Well, our bodies are a lot of
That'd
water.
be about 66%.
A lot of water. And
a
so
lot of hot air.
Why wouldn't it affect us? So anyway, just know Mercury in retrograde. Thank you for the heads up.
I believe the moon affects the earth because I have proof. It causes the tides to go in and out. Mercury.
It's a planet.
It's a gazillion miles away. How is it affecting us?
The sun is a gazillion miles away and it affects us.
Well, the sun is a star.
What is the moon?
The moon is a moon. It's a satellite. Did you know that the light leaving the sun that you see right now left 7 minutes ago?
Really?
Yes. That's how long it takes to get here.
Well, that's interesting. Just as interesting as Mercury being in retrograde. And I don't care if Alan doesn't believe it. I believe it. And like I said, 3 weeks, I'm off the hook for anything that goes wrong.
How could you not believe a guy with glasses on like this?
Alan,
will you please describe what I have on my face?
Alan ordered some new glasses. They came today. And as soon as he walked in the room, I said, those are very 70s retro. And they are very 70s retro. He needs a little help reading glasses. It happens to the best of us. Even if you have 20/20 vision, you're going to need reading glasses someday. I had LASIK and I could see, fine from a distance, but up close, I'm needing help. Anyway, he got tired of reading with his glasses on the tip of his nose. So now he's gotten, what are they?
Bifocals.
Bifocals.
But the top, there's no correction.
Right.
But the bottom, so I can leave them on my face like glasses.
Mhm.
Because
Just look down.
every time I do the Charlie Schumer bit with my glasses at the tip of my nose, you laugh at me.
I don't laugh at you.
Well, you look at me and you're like, you want to say something.
But I don't.
But you do.
You don't know what I never say a word.
You clap. Why are you talking like that? You clap back.
When have I ever said a word about
When have you ever
glasses?
clapped back?
When have I ever said a word to you about your glasses on the tip of your nose?
You've started to laugh
really don't.
spontaneously.
Only if you're making a funny face.
Just start giggling at me.
Oh my goodness. I like them. I like the retro look on you. It doesn't bother me.
These are I feel like I should have like a little pocket protector, and they're a little nerdy.
I don't think they're nerdy at all.
I don't know if they go with my bit though. Are these my
Why
bit?
wouldn't you want to be retro? I like it.
No, I like retro, but I don't know. I'm just not used to wearing glasses.
The man that walks around in Ed Hardy t-shirts all the time.
It's
He's
like-
worried that these make him look nerdy.
Think of the glasses your like grandpa wore in like the 70s.
That was a blatant clapback. And you didn't even say anything.
Oh, I don't care about you making fun of Ed Hardy.
But I was a clapback though.
No, not really.
Oh my goodness.
You've said worse. You've told me all kinds of nasty
What have I
things.
told you?
Andrea
Honest.
Dowling Gullidge, the secretary of this podcast, has documented all clapbacks. And we will get her to send us
Okay.
all the clapbacks.
That
at
she's
one
heard on the
point.
podcast.
Yeah, just on the podcast.
I don't really say nasty things to you. Alan got upset with me last night because I told him he was being a jerk.
Mhm,
I did not call him jerk. I said
mhm.
you are being a jerk. And he doesn't like name calling. And I'm really not a name caller. But I said you were being a jerk.
Mhm. Have you ever heard me issue a name?
I'm trying to think. No, but you got really,
The answer
really
to that,
angry.
the answer to that is no. I don't do that. I'm above that.
You tell me to watch it.
I thought you liked it when I put you in your place.
No, not like that. When when you put me in a place when I deserve it.
You deserve
when I know
it.
I'm being naughty.
You deserve it.
No, well, you know what we got into a fight about? Let's do full disclosure on storage, where we're going to store stuff.
Why do we want to revisit this?
Let me just tell everybody, these are the huge fights that leave us so mad. I don't know what y'all fight about as married couples. This is what we fought about. We have a media room that we moved into this house 3 years ago, and it's got cabinets in it and a little mini fridge. There is nothing in the mini fridge, and there is nothing in those cabinets. So I told Alan, I said, hey, we've got all this extra entertaining pieces. You need your entertaining service pieces, right? You don't need them every day, but when you need them, you need them. And I said, I found a place to store these things up in the movie room. He about had a cow. That's what we had a fight about.
Listener, of
with storage
all
space.
the places we can store kitchen accoutrements, and trust me when I say this, we have hundreds of places we can put them.
They're all full.
The first one Kelly thought of was in the media room.
Empty. They are empty. Alan doesn't understand when you have empty space in the closets or anything. I have one closet that's dedicated to out of season clothes and gift wrap. That is one of our guest room closets. You just find space. Ladies, I know you feel me on this. People use guest rooms for all sorts of storage stuff, Alan.
We have
Those
this
cabinets have sat empty for 3 years.
We have this big California closet setup, okay, where we have all this crap squirreled away.
Those are our clothes.
In fact,
and
no,
shoes.
it's not all just our clothes and shoes. I'm talking about the one here in the entryway.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
cleaning products.
Yeah.
The boys' sports stuff.
Remember when we were at the fair a few days ago?
Yeah, I forgot.
And I was like, man, it'd be nice to have those Big Tex refillable cups right now.
No, it wouldn't.
Where are they?
You didn't even.
Where are they?
I brought them.
Where
up.
are they?
They're in those cabinets. I
Mhm.
forgot about them.
Yeah, I think we can just throw those away.
No, we'll go back to the fair. I just forgot. them.
Next year,
You didn't remember it until I said something. We're about to start another fight over storage, y'all. That's what we fight about.
I don't like listening to this podcast. Kellie and Alan always bicker. They bicker back and forth. It makes my heart hurt. It's always Alan's fault. He starts it.
It's true.
I've been listening to Kellie
I
since
was-
1951.
I was so excited to find an empty cabinet.
Late in her career. She was on the Eagle, kid. I listened then too.
I wasn't on the Eagle.
Known her longer than you, Alan.
So anyway,
So she's always right. You're always wrong.
There's that. We're over it today.
I'm over it.
I'm over it.
A guy that
I'm
wears
just sharing.
a guy that wears 70s shades with a light blue tint to them, and they have these kind of like chrome rims, or what do you call them, frames. He's over it. He don't worry about nothing.
Mhm.
He don't worry about nothing.
So if I go stick something in those cabinets that isn't movie room related, you're over it?
I'm going to stick something somewhere.
Right.
Why don't you do that, and then we'll continue this podcast.
All right, I'm really excited because Alan got me interested. I'm not really a green thumb, but Alan got me more interested in it before Alan came along. Like whatever was in the yard was what I dealt with. But Alan got me interested in plants and indoor plants too. I used to have a lot of like the fake ficus trees and stuff, and Alan has a rule: no fake plants in the house.
Plants.
But see, I want them to be good plants that don't require a lot of work and that look really pretty. And that's why I love when we have sponsors like this come to our podcast. Have you guys heard of Fast Growing Trees?
I have.
This is awesome. Listen, when is the perfect time if you're going to plant trees and shrubs in your yard and get it looking really great? Big box store experts will tell you anytime, or they'll be like, I don't know, because they just hired the person that just went on the floor the day before. Well, the best time to plant is actually in the fall, which means right now. So now is the time to go to fastgrowingtrees.com, and you can skip the big box stores and head to fastgrowingtrees.com. It's the world's largest online nursery. You don't have to wait in any lines. You don't have to deal with putting all that messy stuff in your car. Whenever Alan goes to pick up stuff, we have to put down all that brown paper and the dirt gets everywhere. It's a mess. You don't have to dig through. Man, every time you go to one of these nurseries, everything's been picked over and it's nothing really looking so great anymore. Just go to fastgrowingtrees.com and you can choose from thousands of varieties of trees, shrubs, and plants, expertly curated to thrive in your area and delivered to your door in just 1 or 2 days. So whether you're looking for shade, privacy, fruit trees, you just want to add a little pop of color to your yard, every plant is shipped with a well-developed root system, so it's ready to explode with new growth come spring. And I know my friends, they bought one of these new houses, which has 0 trees. They, have the little starter twigs they plant with the builders.
Yeah.
They needed fast growing trees. They wanted to have privacy and shade. I said, you need to go to fastgrowingtrees.com right now. Tell them what you got for our bathroom.
Oh, the most beautiful fiddly fig you've ever seen.
It is gorgeous when it came in. That's what I wanted, because you had something else there I wasn't in love with. This I love.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It was super healthy. It came packaged, very safely, and I just took it out of the package and carried it back there, and it is doing great.
And your car and your truck stayed clean.
Yes.
There is a better way to buy trees and shrubs and plants for your home and your yard. Fastgrowingtrees.com. Don't forget, fall is planting season. Don't let anybody tell you different. Join over 1 million satisfied gardeners at fastgrowingtrees.com. Plus, the 30-day Alive and Thrive guarantee means your plants will arrive happy, healthy, and ready for planting.
And now through November 30th, go to fastgrowingtrees.com/Lovin for 15% off. That's 15% off at fastgrowingtrees.com/Lovin, Lovin. That's fastgrowingtrees.com/Lovin. Get you a fiddly fig like we got.
Or something for your yard. They have everything. And Alan didn't fuss at me that the font was too small because he's got new glasses.
Our live studio audience has chimed in on the glasses bit, and I'm not sure I like some of the feedback. May I read some of it, please?
I would like them, but what do they say?
I was told they are stoner shades.
I don't see that. But I haven't hung around a lot of stoners.
I was told.
That I know of.
Have you not?
I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I found out after the fact that a couple of people did
Up
that
at
I knew.
Up at that lewd Kid Craddock morning show.
What are you going to bust? What are you going to out?
I'm not outing anybody. I was told.
They don't do it in front of me. I know that.
Stoner shades. I was told there's a David Koresh vibe to what I'm throwing down.
See, I was thinking more Smokey and the Bandit, Burt Reynolds.
Thank you. One of our very, very best customers, Sin, says I look like her Mexican uncle Tio.
I bet he's very handsome.
Is his name Tio,
Tio,
or is,
Tio?
is Uncle Tio in Spanish?
Tio is uncle in Spanish.
Okay,
is
so
he-
she's saying I look like Tio Allen,
oh.
like her Mexican uncle. Okay, or Tio Pedro. I don't know who Tio Pedro is.
That maybe it's her uncle that you look like.
Okay. So that's the feedback I've got. That's not giving me a lot of confidence because
I like 'em.
my love language is words of affirmation.
That's true. What are mine? Do you remember?
Yours is acts of service.
That's right. Do something for me.
You don't care what I do, just do something.
Something. And that's my love language. So that's why, like I say, I don't mind doing laundry for the kids because and things like that, and cleaning their rooms every once in a while. But, there comes a time when you got to teach them how to do it so they can stand on their own 2 feet, right?
That's right, babe. All right. Well, here's something that happened today in Evans Land. Couple of months, or no, about a month and a half ago, I went up to Sturgis, South Dakota for a charity event and for the big motorcycle rally. And as we talked about, I took a 3-wheeled vehicle up there called a Can-Am. Had a great time, no problems.
He borrowed it. It wasn't his.
Yeah, borrowed it.
But he had to go get, a license to drive it, a 3-wheeler license.
Had to get a 3-wheeled license. And on the way up there, had a great time. While I was at Sturgis, had a great time. Saw a gazillion motorcycles. And just kind of got the bug.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of got the 2-wheeled bug.
Mm-hmm. Is it sort of like you got the slingshot bug?
The slingshot was very spontaneous.
Mm-hmm. Sort of like you got the electric bicycle bug?
Electric bicycles, we got to have them when we have our RV because we got to put them on the RV. If we're going to tour the RV camp, we got to have electric bikes.
Mm-hmm.
So I enrolled myself into a 2-wheel motorcycle class because I wanted to just learn how to ride a 2-wheeler.
For no reason, just to learn.
And today was the first day of my class.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I didn't fall. I didn't wreck. I didn't burn myself. Everything was great. In fact, I think I might have been my instructor's favorite student.
Why do you think that?
Because I catch on really fast and I just do everything he said to do. And
like those other students, they were just like, risking their necks.
I don't know. I think I'm kind of a teacher's pet. And he kind of started to ask me, like, you look real familiar. Like, I've seen you somewhere. And I said, well, do you listen to the radio? He said, yeah. I said, do you listen to 106.1? He's like, yeah. And I said, well, Kellie's my wife. And he goes, oh, okay. Okay. Now I get it. But then I was telling Kellie, he was an Army drill instructor. So he has a very firm way of instructing the class. When he found that out, it was like, we were just like best buds.
Yeah.
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 So tomorrow is the second day of the class. And after that, I'll have my license.
You can get his phone number so y'all can stay in touch.
I may, but, I was taking notes.
See, he's a man with a license and no motorcycle.
Man
Isn't
with a
that
license
interesting?
and no motorcycle. Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
So the coursework is pretty dry. And even the instructors say it's pretty dry. I mean, they admit this is pretty dry, but it's important stuff.
Yeah.
So while we were going through it, I would hear people say things and I would just jot down some interesting quotes that I heard in class today.
Okay.
Can I read a couple?
Please.
One thing I heard in the class was, if I'm annoying you, I know you love me.
If I'm annoying you, I know you love me. Why are you changing your voice for that?
I just don't want these taken out of context.
How could that be taken out of context?
Here's another.
If I'm annoying you, I know you love me.
Mm-hmm.
Did a student say that to the teacher?
I think the one of the instructors said it.
Oh, if I'm annoying you, student, I know you love me. I'm okay.
Okay.
There's no need to change your voice.
I got to change it on this one.
All right.
I'm the guy with 3 ex-wives, so I'm the asshole without knowing it. I thought it was funny. I'm the asshole. No, I'm the guy with 3 ex-wives, so I'm the asshole without knowing it.
Is that the instructor as well?
That was one of the instructors.
Why did you say it with your regular voice that time?
Here's one of my favorites of all time. Everyone going faster is an asshole. Everyone going slower is an idiot.
Okay. That's pretty true, right?
Yeah.
That's
Think of
true,
yourself
though.
when you're on the road.
Yeah.
Everyone that blows by you is like, this is an asshole. And then if someone's in front of you,
We're gonna have to put an E on this for being explicit now because you've said the cuss word so many times.
asshole.
Yeah, this is
Babe,
gonna have to be an
are you
explicit
kidding me?
podcast.
Are you kidding me?
You have to do that. I have to tell Blake to put an E
Tell
on
her,
it.
you know what? Tell her to put a big 3-inch capital E on it.
Are you gonna keep cussing?
Yes. Okay, here's another one. He was playing Shakira, the hips don't move or the hips don't lie in his head.
He was playing Shakira's hips don't
the
lie.
hips don't lie in his head. I heard this in my motorcycle
What were
class
y'all
today.
referring to?
The instructor said, has anybody ever ridden over one of those bridges that have the metal grates?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, no, I haven't. I haven't
At Disney World, you have?
ridden with a motorcycle.
Oh, a motorcycle, no.
So then he started kind of saying, well, when you do that, the front of the bike turns, the back of the bike turns. He was kind of dancing.
That's scary.
He was kind of dancing like that. And then one of the students actually said, he was playing Shakira's The Hips Don't Lie in his head.
Ah, did everybody laugh?
Yeah, they thought that was
good.
pretty
That was
funny.
a good one. Breaking up the monotony.
Everyone
class.
everyone in the class laughed, unlike everybody who's listening to this podcast right now. And then just one little activity this is the last thing. One little activity I got involved with here. They wanted us to pick out a rider behavior. For example, wearing a helmet, being overly aggressive, riding buzzed, riding distracted, and then give reasons to do it, reasons not to do it. And my choice is.
So they're all negatives and they're all going to be don't do it.
So I selected rider behavior. Out of this list of 9, I selected ride buzzed.
Right.
The instructor says, give me a reason not to do it. And I said, well, there are none. There's no reason, or give me a reason to do it. And I said, there's no reason to do it.
What if there's no other way to get home?
Walk home.
Oh.
Call an
What
Uber.
if you
Push your bike.
What if I can't think of a reason why. There is no reason why.
Reasons not to do it. I said, you could die.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then
or kill someone else.
Right.
That would be awful.
And then my choice is to not die.
Very good.
Yes.
Very good. Did you get an A on that assignment?
So that's what I got out of the class today.
Don't die.
Actually, yeah, don't die. Actually, I got a lot of stuff out of the class, but that was one I did learn.
When I was a little girl, Jerry Rasberry had a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I don't remember, because I just remember being a little girl. And I remember he would put me in front of him, not behind him, because I was little, and drive with me up to Treasure City because I had to buy my mother. It was either a birthday or a Mother's Day present. And I remember it very vividly, sitting between my, dad's arms as he drove me on the motorcycle. And I didn't have a fear in the world. I wasn't scared. But now, as a full-grown woman, it makes me very nervous
Which
to think
part?
about it. Riding on a motorcycle.
Oh, right. Well, you rode on the 3-wheeler with me.
Not very far. And I wasn't really thrilled about it. It made me nervous. And that was a 3-wheeler that has more presence on the road. How many times are you driving? I'm asking everybody listening, and you, Alan. How many times are you driving on the highway and you don't hear it coming because you got the radio on or whatever, and it's nighttime, and the next thing you know, a motorcycle goes zooming by you? And if I had changed lanes or something, I never saw them until they passed me. Because I just don't think mentally, I don't think our brains see motorcycles like we do cars and trucks.
No, you're right. They're harder to see.
And it just makes me a nervous wreck that somebody's going to turn into you. Or me, because I'd be on the back.
Well, yeah, you don't need to be on the back much. Unless I roll you all the way up to Sturgis. Can you imagine?
Hell no.
There'd be no way.
There'd
be no. Can you imagine you holding on to me for 16 hours?
Absolutely not.
Out in the sun?
No, thank you. No.
That's why a lot of dudes tow their bike up there, and they got their old lady in the truck.
Their old lady.
Yeah, and then when they get up there, about 20 miles from Sturgis, they get out.
And the wife just follows them.
Yeah, the old lady pulls the truck in the truck.
Why are we old ladies all of a sudden? Is this the bike culture? Is that it? You got the glasses now and you got the attitude to go with it?
You can see this. The bitch fell off.
That's the oldest one. I think Alan had never seen that t-shirt until
I had seen that t-shirt.
Anyway, as y'all can tell, Alan's going to roll up with a motorcycle one day, and he's going to pull the same stunt he did with a slingshot.
What are you talking about?
We talked about it. I went out of town with the morning show. I came home, and there was a slingshot parked in the driveway. And I was like, what the hell is this? And
We
Alan
did talk
said,
about it.
we talked about it. Okay, so I want y'all to hear this. We are talking about a motorcycle now, which is in Alan's head means he's telling me, and I've agreed to him buying a motorcycle.
We have that on tape. You agreed to
No.
me buying a motorcycle.
Y'all all are my witnesses.
Mhm.
This is happening.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
Well, there's that. Yeah. But the course was fun. Really, really great guys teaching it. It's through the Motorcycle Safety Foundation, which you have to take if you want your license in Texas. You have to take this course.
So I've got to deal with Alan getting a motorcycle and my daughter getting behind the wheel of a car all within a month period.
And I would take Alan behind a motorcycle every single day.
Mm.
Yeah.
What interferes with your happiness? I know what interferes with mine.
Whoa, babe. What interferes with your happiness?
This stress.
What
So, a lot of times people, it's, you have little spats and stuff with your spouse, but sometimes you're just truly unhappy and it's more than just a little blue phase. You're going through a real beyond a funk and you need to talk to someone, or perhaps you're like, why am I not? I remember standing in my bathroom on my 24th birthday and I was crying because I wasn't where I thought I should be in my life at that point. But there is some help out there for you, and it's BetterHelp.
BetterHelp.
I'm so excited. They're one of our podcast sponsors and have been for a while now. BetterHelp is not a crisis line. It's not self-help. This is professional counseling. It's done securely online. You can send a message to your counselor anytime and get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video and phone sessions. So you always know, hey, I've got my appointment. It's there. But like I said, in the meantime, you can send them messages before that scheduled appointment. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating a great therapeutic match for you. So they make it easy and free to change counselors if you need to do that. It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling. Financial aid is available. But just like if you're sitting in a doctor's office, everything you share with BetterHelp is completely confidential. And a lot of times, if you live in a small town, and a lot of people listen to us, you might have one therapist in town. Do you really think that therapist is going to have a specialty in all areas? No. That's why you have this whole catalog, basically, of therapists with BetterHelp who are specialized in whatever it is that you are dealing with, whether it's family conflicts. We've got the holidays coming up. That is such a stressful time for so many people. If you're having trouble sleeping, if you're having trouble with work, anxiety, man, I just imagine the stress I'm going to be under when my husband's on a motorcycle and my daughter's behind the wheel of the car. These are very real situations that would help to have somebody to talk to. And that's what BetterHelp is. It's convenient, professional, and affordable.
And we want you to start living a happier life today. And as a listener of ours, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/sandwich. So join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/sandwich.
There you go.
We love BetterHelp.
We do. We're big proponents of the therapy.
We need BetterHelp.
We do. All right.
Up in this place.
Listen, I have been getting a lot of requests because I put it out there on the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
Nationally syndicated.
Got you right there, didn't I? I was taking a sip of his water. I love naming things. I love naming businesses. I love naming babies. And I put it out there. If anybody wants me to name stuff, send me a message. And I've been actually getting a lot of interesting requests. I've been sending out a lot of baby names. Somebody just needed me to validate their choice. They were torn between two. And I kind of said, this is the one I like. You're good. But I had someone that wanted me to help her. She's rebranding herself. She's, got a photography business. She's rebranding and I helped her with that. I have an aesthetic plastic surgery office that wants me to help name their business. Lots of babies.
No, wait a second.
Somebody that want me to help name their car.
Hey, this is marketing consulting, man.
I just love
You
naming
ought to be charging
stuff.
by the hour for this.
I did get offered a free facial because I was helping somebody. But listen, I love naming stuff. So if y'all are stuck
like
on a baby
Free
name
facials.
or anything, a business name, it might not be the name I just like doing it. Somebody asked me to come up with their wedding hashtag. And I did that and she liked it. So anyway,
These are creative services.
yes, they are. But I just do it for fun.
Can't we be billing this out through Canda Media?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't have a license in it or anything.
It
I just
doesn't
like to do it.
matter.
It's fun.
This is a service.
So I'm gonna start charging $1 for names.
No, $100 an hour,
Oh,
marketing
come on.
consulting.
No. But listen, there's a website called Nameberry, and a lot of popular Nameberry
Okay.
and like Rasberry, right? But celebrities are very influential when it comes to baby names. And at first you'll hear a name, you'd be like, that's a weird baby name. And suddenly everybody's naming their baby that. That's the kind of stuff that happens. And they said these are really popular baby names right now that are on the rise. So if you want to get in early before the names become super popular, because I remember when I was in 6th grade and my grandmama passed away and her name was Lou Emma and she went by Emma. And I said, I'm going to name, and Kellie's a family name. So in 6th grade, I said, I'm going to name my baby girl, if I have a baby girl, Emma Kellie. And I had that since 6th grade. And everybody's like, Emma's an old name. Why would Emma? And then what happened? Friends. Jennifer Aniston's character named her baby Emma, and it became the #1 name in the world. And then I have to name, and then I like a copycat. I digress. So anyway, here are some of the really popular names if you're interested from Nameberry, and they were made famous because of celebrities.
Lay 'em on me.
Saoirse, which is the hardest name in the world.
Saoirse?
Yes. It's pronounced Saoirse, but it's spelled Saoirse. And it's inspired by Saoirse Ronan, who is an Irish actress. Please don't do that to your child. That's hard. I remember when I was growing up, there was a girl in Bananarama whose name was Siobhan, but it was spelled Siobhan. Nobody knows how to spell those names. That's hard. But Saoirse is on the come up.
Okay, can I say something about Saoirse? Any name like that, I mean, I get it's unique and there aren't many Saoirses running around, but from grade school until poor Saoirse is in college and even past that, she is going to have to spell that name every single time someone asks her what her name is.
And when people try to do these really, like a name like Amy, and you decide I'm going to spell it Ameigh, that poor child is never going to find a key ring with her name on it and has to spell it. So you have to take these things into consideration. Another name that's really popular, Rosalia. It's inspired by the Spanish pop star Rosalia. Archie. Now, not only is he a Riverdale cartoon character because they made that a TV show with Archie, but that's what Harry and Meghan named their son. And now Lilibet, that's going to be on the come up.
Archie as in bunker.
All the Kardashian baby names, Dream, Saint, Rain, True, and Stormy have all shot up in popularity. True got more popular though for boys and not girls. And True, True, is Khloe Kardashian.
Now that one you can spell. Rain, I can spell. Stormy, I can spell.
They spell it Reign.
Yeah, and Stormy, is it with an I? Oh gosh.
Kehlani, because of the singer Kehlani.
Come again?
Kehlani.
How do you spell that?
Kehlani.
How?
Keh. Lani, Lani.
Okay.
Banks. Now, Hillary Duff named her daughter Banks. But the name, and our neighbor's dog's name is Banks. Their golden doodle is named Banks.
No.
Yes, it is.
I thought it was Buster or something.
Banks.
Oh.
Anyway.
Are you sure?
Yes. And Banks is more popular for boys than girls, but Banks is on the come up. Onyx. This one shot up after Iggy Azalea named her son Onyx last year.
Like The Rock?
Like the gemstone.
Yeah, it's a black rock.
Yeah, but she said, but the Nameberry said it might have more to do with the fact that gemstones, names after gemstones like amethyst and
ruby,
those are climbing popularity as well.
Hey, let's play King of. Gem names is names. Gemstones is names. Ruby.
Crystal.
Diamond.
Amethyst. Already said that.
Emerald.
Sapphire.
Yogurt. I
Yeah.
got nothing. Yeah.
All right. Crew is one of the fastest rising names since it was given to Chip and Joanna Gaines' son on Fixer
Crew?
Upper Crew.
K-R-U?
No, Crew.
Oh, C-R-E-W.
But you can spell it different ways.
Crew.
And ever since the deaths of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna, those names have risen in popularity, as well as Kobe's other daughters' names, Gianna, Natalia, Bianca, and Capri.
If my name was Crew, I just want people to call me the Crew, like Motley Crue, the Crew.
And Bryant also shot up in the popularity of boys' names.
Bryant?
So you can look to celebrities for inspiration, or you can ask Kellie Rasberry. I'm happy to name your baby.
What's wrong
I love it.
What's wrong with Bob or Jim?
There's nothing wrong
or
with
Tom?
that. James is becoming a very popular girl's name, which
Wait a second.
There was a very famous model named James King, but then she started going by Jamie King. If y'all know the actress and model Jamie King, she at first came on the scene as James King, but Ryan Reynolds and his wife, Blake Lively, their daughter's name is James. They also have a Betty, and I can't remember the.
If you're a chick and your name is James, can you go by Jim?
I don't know.
Or can you go by Jimbo?
I don't know. But you know what I love?
Or Jimmy.
Kendall Jenner goes by Kenny, and I think that is so cool.
I know a fishing guy named Kenny, good friend of mine.
Yeah, but as a girl that goes by, I love girls that go by little sassy boy names like Kenny for Kendall.
If your name was James, if you were a dude and your name was James, which one of the versions would you go by?
I'd probably go by James. I like James.
Oh, you would just go by James.
Yeah,
so
my granddaddy Rasberry was John James.
You
His name was John James,
that's
but
fancy.
he went by Jim. He was Big Jim.
Big Jim.
Lou Emma was married to Big Jim.
Okay, I might go by Jimmy.
No, that's probably my least favorite iteration of it.
Or Yas.
Yas?
Yeah, isn't it Jas? Isn't that the really high-end fancy James?
Well, my cousin married a guy named Jace, and that's how it is.
But that's Jace, isn't
No,
it?
it's Jas.
Oh,
They call him Jace.
He fancy. Huh. Okay.
There you go.
Well, I'm not sure what we saw there.
So
Or
podcast
Jimbo.
at
Jimbo.
Kellie, podcast at kellieandallen.com, KELLIE and ALLEN.com, or you can do Kellie Rasberry at yahoo.com. It's KELLIERASBERRY.com. And I love it. So,
And if you're asking Kellie to do that, I will send you an invoice for $100 an hour of her time for marketing services.
no, you won't.
No?
I named a friend of mine's daughter and I didn't charge her.
Who?
My friend Rachel, she was trying to think of a name for her daughter. And I said Gia, and she liked it.
I can spell that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like the names I can't spell. They're aggravating. They're extremely aggravating for me. And it's not, I'm not even the kid. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm stumped on some of them. Some of them I'm like, I don't know. I just gave him some like ideas, let me see if this, gets your juices flowing.
Like
so I might not come up with the right idea, but I can give you some like direction, some inspiration. Maybe I should be in marketing. Maybe that's my calling after radio.
I thought you were
in podcasting.
I thought you were in marketing and advertising.
No, I'm not. I'm a personality.
You're a radio personality?
Mm-hmm. But maybe after that, maybe I'll just be in marketing and just be an idea person.
There you go, bud. Get you working with an agency?
Why not?
I'm telling you, you could be billing these are billable hours. These are billable hours.
All right. Well,
no wonder Candid Media doesn't make any money. We're not billing anybody.
Well, go out and get that business, babe.
I'm doing plenty. I'm doing plenty.
All right.
That's the only thing you want to talk about? Just the names?
Babe, we've talked about a lot of stuff today.
We have, not that this is affecting our podcast tonight, but tonight, I am such a loyal fan, aren't I? That I'm going to watch the ridiculous Dallas Cowboys tonight play the Philadelphia Eagles from the city of brotherly shove. I think they're playing, aren't they playing at the stadium though?
I have no idea.
I think they're playing at the stadium. We're going to run out through a nightclub and then hopefully beat the Eagles. I don't know.
Well, don't get any more excited about it. I tried to wrap up the podcast early so you could go and watch your game. And you're like, is that all you've got to talk about?
Did I
So
shake my head like that?
Yeah, it's just,
Did I-
it's your attitude.
Did my voice do that?
It's your attitude.
Did my voice do that?
Yeah. Yeah. Mercury in retrograde, everybody.
All right.
I'm married to it.
Oh, that's a clapback. You're married to Mercury in
Is
retrograde.
that all you got?
No,
Why
I-
would you even say
No,
that?
I just
out
said, is that everything?
loud? Is that it?
Listener, if you heard Kellie's tone outside of this podcast, you would be horrified. You would be mortified.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
No, you wouldn't.
That's why we have an entire bit
The only-
dedicated to this.
The only time I got a tone was when we were fighting over storage.
Mhm.
Go watch your Cowboys.
So much freaking storage.
Go watch your
We have
Cowboys.
so much freaking storage in this house.
And yet we have cabinets
it's
that are
unreal.
completely bare.
And we have cabinets that are completely full of crap.
What are you going to shove in the empty cabinets?
We're up there.
Yeah.
Don't matter. That's
So you'd rather than sit empty and
that's-
have something that you don't deem appropriate to be in there.
here's what you need. Here's what you need to
Uh-huh,
understand.
uh-huh.
That's my room.
Oh. Okay.
That's a man room.
All right.
And in the man room, the man makes the rules.
That's fine.
All right, man. Well, I love you desperately.
Now I'm going to take all of your stuff and you can put it all in your man room.
Because you know what happens when you start like jerking around with the storage in this house?
You
I
mean
lose,
the storage that's sat empty for 3 years?
I lose stuff. My Pottery Barn plates still unaccounted for.
They are in the garage.
Don't know where in the hell
in a
those
bin
are.
in the garage
No,
where
they're
they've
not.
been the whole time. Yes, they are.
They're not. So why don't you put our extra kitchen stuff in the garage? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no good answer for that one, Rasberry.
Because we have empty storage space. Let's just stop it. Just stop it there. Y'all see what I have to deal with.
Hey, there's Kellie Blueberry. Her name's Rasberry, not Blueberry, you dummy.
Why'd you say that?
That was actually heard at an event that we attended.
Yeah, but you're just saying it out of context that nobody knows.
Yeah, I know. Just because I said Rasberry.
Okay.
There's Kellie Blueberry.
Let's just go. I mean, I've been trying to wrap this up for 5 minutes.
Her name's Rasberry, not Blueberry, you dummy. Okay, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
Love you.
Love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
Are you ready to go?
I've been trying to go for 5 minutes.
Oh, come on. Why are you trying to gyp the listener?
I'm not, but I mean, this is just, we're just rambling for nothing.
Are you hungry?
No?
Okay. All right. Well, I love our Dallas Cowboys desperately. I love Troy Aikman desperately. Don't be trying to horn in on my friend.
What are you doing?
And I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye.
Why'd you bring up Troy?
I don't know. Why not?
You just random spitballing at the
Why
end.
not?
You said don't bring up Troy, and then you do that at the end.
You did it first.
I
So
had like 2 or 3 podcasts.
so
ago
it's
going.
open. It's open season now.
Whatever.
I never brought it up.
You go ahead.
I never brought it
You
up.
just did.
Only after you did. Only after you did. All right, guys. Kellie took a grumpy pill today.
No, I didn't. Y'all witness it. Y'all see. Please, do you see?
Grumple Stillskin.
Please, does anybody see?
Grumpty Dumpty.
Anybody?
Grumpty Dumpty sat on a wall.
Anybody? Just Kellie or Alan. Just vote.
Grump-
Kellie, Alan.
Grumpty Dumpty.
That's all you need to say.
Had a
Kellie
great fall.
or Alan. That's it.
What is this, popularity contest? What are you trying to do? What are you doing?
No, just want to be acknowledged
Vote Kellie or Alan on what?
on who is at fault.
At fault? Why are you trying to place blame? Huh? I vote Kellie. Who could vote for Alan? Ain't nobody gonna vote for Alan. Everybody vote for Kellie. 100 to Kellie, 0 for Alan. Heyman voted for Kellie. Michael voted for Kellie. Everybody vote for Kellie. Kellie times 100. All right, peeps. I think kickoff is like happening like right now. Yeah, I know, Weeze. We got to get to the game. Don't pick on Kelly. Deanna voted for Kelly too. Who else? Deanna voted for Kelly twice. All right, peeps. Go Cowboys. Hopefully they can beat the Eagles.
Oh, they're all sympathizing with me.
Thank you, Weezy. I appreciate that.
Loves you, but understands.
Yes. The angry, steadfast Rasberry listener voice. Yeah, that's a good description, Michael, actually.
What?
See you guys. Yep. Got to go watch Cowboys.